Welcome, everybody, to another episode of The Creator's Outlet. Please subscribe, comment, and share as we welcome today's special guests, the publisher of the Radiant site, Mike Jimmy, and the writer of the Radiant site, Martin Fisher. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, that's how serious we are at this point. How's it going, lovelies?
It's going. I got a thing to take care of at the doctor's Wednesday, but
Oh dear, nothing too serious.
Hopefully not. I get the big gash behind my knee again. So
Oh, I'm getting some more stuff from one of my favorite movies, so that kind of put me out today.
Ooh.
From one of your favorite movies.
One of my favorite movies, yeah, some stuff that was used in the production of one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
very
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get stuff like that. Of course, my favorite movie is the 1966 Batman movie, and I was hoping for, Catwoman. But
or the shark, or one of the bombs, or the helicopter.
one of the bombs. I've actually ridden in the Batcopter.
My ex is an FX artist on and worked on movies, and one of the props that she had was an actual orc mask used in the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that would be awesome,
yeah.
but it's tough to tell whether I'm actually wearing that mask or not. So
Well,
No, you'd have to put on the Joker.
Well, I mean, this stuff's from Tron, and a lot of that stuff
I love Tron.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is kind of hard to find, but luckily, someone I've been in touch with for a few months now she says, "Oh, I found this, I get this," and then suddenly she goes, "I'm out, I've got no more, we're done." But okay, then I'll get an email saying, "Hey, you'll never guess what? I found something else." Oh, okay,
Ooh.
all right, here's my credit card, just go ahead, fine.
I would love to have one of those original Tron arcade upright games.
Oh yeah, well, you can always buy the new one that's coming out.
Yeah.
You know, as a substitute. It's got discs of Tron on it as well, and it's smaller and it'll fit in your house.
Oh, one of the ones from the store, from department stores, the mini ones.
Yeah, you know the ones that they've been doing for Star Wars and Turtles and
Yeah.
X-Men.
Yeah. I never liked any of the X-Men arcade games. I liked the Marvel versus Capcom. The stand-up, that was a lot of fun. And of course, I loved the sit-down. They did a few years back. They integrated and they re-released the Star Wars arcade game as a sit-down version in some movie theaters. It was, of course, $5 to play. So I played it once with my daughter screaming, "Look out for the Stormtrooper! Look out for the Stormtrooper!"
Nice.
We went to, I took her to see something. I go, "It's the Star Wars game." She's like, "Oh."
But I was quite jealous. I think it was last year while the pandemic was hitting when a lot of those arcade machines, the new ones that were issued, were actually knocked down to about $50 at Walmart. So you can just go and buy four of them for $200.
Wow.
That's absolutely insane.
The problem is being as tall as some of us are, Mike being all the much taller. Those machines would wreak havoc on your back because
that's fine.
They're made for kids.
Yeah, but get something to kneel down on. Take the hit. It's an arcade game.
I can't even walk, dude. I can't take the hit. I'll be like,
oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We'll put a hole in the ground and put the arcade machine in the hole so it's at the perfect height.
"Hello, Dory."
There's a solution if you want to find one.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could hack you off down to the knees as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever works.
Oh,
You know,
great.
just glue the feet back on. And
Just
You're just trying to tempt Brian from Aerith Saga to make me a dwarf.
Ah,
I mean, I've got a beard and a funny hat you can use, so we're halfway there.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I got the beard already. I'm just a 2-meter tall dwarf.
Yeah, but Mike, the problem is you'll never get rid of it.
No.
I'll never get rid of this because it's just there to fake in my beard line because my neck is like big as an American football player's. I'm like, oh, it's probably because I was bigger than at one point. I think I actually was being mistaken for William Refrigerator Perry,
Huh.
or at least I would come in the same size box because
Well,
I was almost 600 pounds.
Well, looking at you, it's really hard to tell the pair of you apart.
I know. His pasty white black skin gives it away, I guess.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I thought we were talking about romance comics.
Oh, you mean this?
Comics.
Yeah.
Or we can just talk about Tron for the rest of the night. I won't be bored.
We'll mix Tron in, wondering what would happen if Bittner was in her dress and riding a light cycle.
Oh
You
God!
would run into her.
You wouldn't see it. You wouldn't be able to see the dress through a light cycle.
You'd never be able to see it coming.
Exactly. Well, you just wouldn't be able to see anything at all. It'd just be this glow, and it's like.
Here we go. All romance comics should have beards. I believe Dory is talking to Mike.
I know.
Yeah. If someone in it, well, if there's beards in our romance comics, it's going in a whole new direction. And it's a totally new spin-off.
Bear Force 1.
Yeah. Well, we'll be calling it the bearded side instead of the radiant side.
No, with extra hair.
Oh, it just means you're looking at the wrong end. That's all. So,
oh, man.
What is going on with the campaign? I know Mike, as a publisher, no matter what, will fulfill everything.
So it's not doing too great. We're only at 13 backers. I'm going to extend, but we're on the first 30 days, and I'm at 15 days, left on the campaign right now before extension. So we got 45 days in total. But honestly, it's a lack of time to promote. As much as I try to, as much as Martin tries to, there's just not enough time in a day, and my side job has been killing me. So on that regard, it's just been a bad launch. Should be getting easier and quieter again. And I can finally, promote at different places and reach podcasters and stuff. But it's slow going, but we're gonna make it happen, and it's romance. So a lot of people are like romance, while most other people are like, yeah, but we need romance. Where's the romance comics? Well, here you fucking go.
Well, not
Hey,
only
this
that,
is good stuff. How are you? Hopefully you're having a good day.
well, not only that as well, the fact that it's K-drama and you've got Squid Game enhancing K-dramas, people have watched Squid Game and gone, wonder what else is coming out of Korea. Maybe people will be more willing to give this type of genre a chance, because most K-dramas are romance-based and there's no getting away from that.
Yeah, it's... I tried to watch one after I spoke to Martin the first time, and...
Not for you.
I just couldn't do it.
I gotta admit, it's not my thing either. But I read Martin's script.
I still love the art. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. We will talk to you soon. Hail the gang's all here.
The art is great. I mean, Arch is on page, I think he's finished 18 or 19 pages
18.
now.
18.
Yeah, so he's done 18 pages of it now. So he's motoring along. on getting that done, and colorist Yannick and Ellen are trying to fit this around doing their regular stuff as well, especially as they're doing quite a bit of Lego stuff.
But even so, like it's a slow going pace, and we're paying them as they go. Um, I have no doubt we can finish this in January, which is when it's supposed to come out. And yeah, they just deliver such beautiful work. It's just incredible to do, see a new creative team come to life and really do their thing, and yeah, like, and that's the reason as well why I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna publish this because I know it's gonna hit a snare with a lot of people that I find on conventions, and it will allow me to go to more anime-focused conventions where currently when they look at Love and Cora, go, ew, that's not anime. But when they see this, they're like, oh my god, why didn't I read about this on Webtoon?
That's what I was thinking. I think the book itself might be, as they say, a slow burn. But
Yeah.
seeing the photos from some of the conventions you've been attending, there's a lot of stuff similar to this there, and there's a lot of beautiful women there too. But there's I think this would catch the eyes more of the ladies. The guys would be looking at it because the art is spectacular. But I think this would sell very well at the tables that Mike sets up at a lot of these cons.
Well, normally I go to comic book fairs. That's where the usual stuff that I have published so far really shines. It's the comic collectors, it's the guys that go for the comics. And what I found at anime conventions is that they don't really buy books. They want to go for trinkets and stuff like that. They're 14, 15-year-old girls and boys, and they're there to have a good time. And I can't blame them. If they have a wonderful day, the more power to them. But as a retailer, yeah, that's not something that I can afford. But at comic book fairs, you got the old guys coming by your table going, oh, that's a first print. It might be worth $50 in like 50 years. I'll have this for my children. And yeah, this is. But
I did see one of the shows you did have like a lot of weeb stuff.
Yeah, well, keep in mind, like the shows that I've been to the last month were very small. They were really creative focused, and there are a lot of weeb creators, but yeah, that's not the main kind of Comic Con that happens in the Netherlands. So like this was really an exception to the rule. It was fun. I still sold a ton of Love and Cora. We were in a library out of all places. So you have people coming for their books and be like, oh my God, it's an art fair. But yeah, there's weeb stuff. There was, more European comics, more anime kind of stuff. But yeah, like the normal ones I go to, they're really more comic book fairs. Dutch Comic Con next month is just gigantic, and it's everything. It's the bigger Comic Con idea that it's not about comics anymore, but you still sell a ton. Doesn't matter what you sell. So yeah,
people just want to consume and get out of their house.
I would have loved to see this out for last month, but production hasn't been so fast. I can't blame them. They have to keep their heads up as well. And this has to be a side job, which, because I can't afford to pay them, we can't afford to pay them more than they're currently getting.
If we could, we would, but we can't.
Yes.
Sadly.
You know,
Yeah,
and
it's
still
just
they're
that
getting
kind of
a
thing.
fair price. You know, but that's why we're doing it now. So you know, we got a little bit of extra to afford them, and hopefully get a quicker production. If we don't, then it's gonna come out in January.
Hmm.
and we've got some good talent now. I mean,
Yeah,
we've got this variant. We've got the variant cover done by EJ Sue, who has worked for IDW on Transformers. He's done Godzilla as well. He's done, I think, Astro Boy at some stage as
yeah,
well. He's done plenty of stuff, and you know, there's his cover,
he
and
did a
yeah,
great
the
job on that. It was
quality
wonderful.
speaks for itself.
Yeah.
What he's done, and
So there's only
then
going to be 50 made of these. So if you want one of them and you're like, dude, that was awesome because it does. Yeah, there's only going to be 50 of them and they're going to be exclusive to this campaign.
So it is very limited. 50
Yes.
copies, come hella high water.
yeah, and we've got an extremely cool person who's done the voiceover as well for the trailer.
Yeah.
We have got Vanessa Marshall, who's well known for doing the character of Hera on Star Wars Rebels, and
That was the
I
show. I
believe
keep forgetting it.
yeah, and I think in the past she's done Guardians of the Galaxy, Young Justice. I think recently she did Star Trek Lower Decks as well. She's an amazing person, an amazing actor, and so happy that she could do this for us.
Yeah, no, seriously, that you know people, man.
He might have a Star Wars connection somewhere.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Possibly, yeah.
I can't imagine where, but you know.
Well, you know,
Just
And that topic of conversation is a perfect segue to actually play the trailer.
yeah.
that it is.
The city of prosperity. Riches for some. But for the masses, scraping by is all they can do. Meet Bitna. It's a hard life with an even harder reality. Living in the roughest part of town, it looks impossible to make it big. But maybe she will find it in a simple dress. The Radiant Sight, a new romance story by Martin Fisher. Now on Indiegogo.
Man, I love that voice.
Yay, Vanessa! Yay!
Wonderful.
One of the nicest people ever. I cannot stress that.
Of course, I want to highlight the featured tier, which
Variant
is
by EJ Sue.
Oh yeah,
yes.
and EJ is also doing some art sketches as well.
Yes, he is.
So this the featured tier is the limited 50
Yes.
variant cover by E.G. Sue. It's 15 euros or 17 USD. And all books are, of course, UK sized, right?
They're gonna be A5.
A5. Okay, that would be what to me?
Just under UK.
Just under UK, so somewhere between Western and UK size. So
Yeah.
slightly oversized.
No. It's half an A4, so half the UK size. I
Okay.
should have a book to show somewhere. Oh, there it is. Is this A5? No, that's even smaller. This is A5. So, to show you, it's half an A4. There you go.
Oh, okay. I got it now. Yeah, like square bound, almost a manga size.
Yeah, no, it's just bigger than a manga size. Like
Just
it's
a little bit
manga
over, yeah.
pocket. A little manga pocket is just like an inch smaller. So this is, it's going to be a nice, easy to hold book.
Yeah, my daughter just got something like that the other day from the store. Close to that size.
Get this one as well, then.
Oh, she would love it, I'm sure.
She is so picky on anything. I'd have to show it to her and be like, would you be interested in reading this? And if she would, I'd be like, okay, if I buy it now, it'll be out sometime in January. She'd be like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah. Kids.
Go on, Dad, you can do it.
The digital copy is €3 or $3 if you live someplace like, I don't know, Australia, where nothing you can get in and out of.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is the physical copy, €10 or $12. Or you can get 2 copies.
Yeah, for a little discount.
For a discount of €18 for 2 or 21 for 2 USD. There is a retailer perk. Number 1.
Yes, 10 copies.
10 copies for €30 or 35 USD. That is a huge bargain right there.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, we want to get this book out to people. So we already got one claimed. So that was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah.
And we have an A4 commission by MJ De Bruyne. Oh, that's you.
AKA me.
I'm not used to seeing his initials looking like Michael Jackson. So
that's his artist name.
Oh.
No. My artist nickname is Lorsha MJB.
Yeah, that's how you sign everything, right?
Yeah. And
So
then you could get an A4 commission by EJ Sue as well.
Yes. So you can get a commission from Mike or EJ.
EJ.
I just ran out of coffee. Can you tell? Mike's commission is €60 or 69 USD, and EJ's is €80 or 92 USD. And we do have some. There's the look of the book, and EJ's variant cover limited to 50, 48 left.
Yeah.
And our main characters and our beautiful preview pages that look terrific.
Yeah, they rock it.
So I love this panel right here where she just whacked it with the bat. I'm like, that's the reason I don't let my daughter have a bat, because she would probably whack me.
You might want to take that bit out of the book then when you get it.
Yeah.
Or put a censored sticker in front of it or something.
Just bleep.
Yeah, big bleep. Dad warning, do not imitate.
So there's some samples of Mike's work, his killer fan art commission for the Incantessi.
That was fun.
And this one I don't know.
That is a mummy commission for the Sisterhood series by Richard Boom.
Oh, cool. And this is some of EJ's work. Wow.
Yeah, he's good.
I've got some of his original Transformers pages, and they're not even...
Is that Guyver on the left?
Might be. I don't know.
Maybe,
I mean,
I don't know.
the guy, the one on the right is It's like a samurai edition of a Transformer called Cyclonus.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
nice.
I just like samurais, so I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Well, there you go. This is the one for you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna need your credit card, Martin. I don't have any money.
Well, I've already spent it on Tron stuff and colorists, so I'm a bit maxed out.
Yeah.
Oh
fair.
yeah, I feel you. And you can add on all 4 current issues of Life on Cora for €8
If
as
you
a
missed
digital
any,
tier.
this is the time to grab them.
Is this is digital, right?
No, tradition. Those are physical.
Physical copies for €8. Wow.
Yeah. All the back issues I put on €8. So the currently crowdfunding one is always €10, and then the back issues are 8.
So what's €8 to USD?
Around $10.
$10. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. We keep printing money uselessly, and the value of the dollar goes down. Go figure.
Well, thank you very much.
And
Keep it up. Keep up the
If you're
good
not
work.
convinced yet, keep in mind that we're using Critical Blast again, so shipping is only €8 as well. So just about $10.
Yeah, what that means is everybody else will be able to show off their books before me because Critical Blast is on the West Coast, so I get mine last. I know I'm a day or so away when I see Pops open up a package, but
Yeah.
I signed up for the post office notification. So far, they have sent me 9 emails today, all telling me that my package will be here tomorrow because it's a holiday here, so the post office is closed. I'm like,
Wow.
I know your computer system is up and running. I don't care. Stop texting me.
What holiday is it today?
Over here, it's Columbus Day,
Oh,
Really?
Oh, I had no idea.
or as our liberal friends on the West Coast would call it, Indigenous Peoples Day.
Okay, fair enough.
We have to reimagine history. No, you don't have to imagine anything. It actually happened. It's right there.
Yeah.
Good and
Right
bad.
there.
Don't worry about it. So we meet the team here, which of course is Martin.
Hello.
The artist is Roca is a freelance artist, mainly working on manga style comics. Good for him; they sell more. And art commissions to provide for his pack of cats. He loves
I
reading
have to
ICP
expand that a little
webtoons.
bit.
In February 2021, he was asked by Mike Jimmy to do the art for the Radiant sites.
Where I noticed I made a misspell. Fuck. Okay.
And then we have okay, Martin's gonna have to do this name or Mike. I got Yannick, but I can't
Yeah,
even.
well,
Yeah,
well,
no, that,
Yannick, we're
Yannick,
not quite
Yannick.
sure either.
Okay, so we'll just leave it at Yannick L. Was
Like
born and
you.
raised in South Germany and is a comic colorist and illustrator with a long-time passion for movies, video games, comics, manga, and well-written stories in general, especially in the fantasy genre. His bachelor's studies started coloring comics for the Lego Star Wars magazine.
Which I write.
Connection. And the Power magazine. Since 2020, he's also worked on Lego Avengers comics as well as Lego Ninjago comic.
Ninjago.
Oh, I am sorry.
Honestly, I have no
Don't-
idea what that is.
Don't do it again.
Don't hit me, Mister!
Don't hurt me.
Hit you with my sock.
And attached to it is previous publications by Ferries and Ents, available
Yeah,
here. You just click the link and you can go and you can check out Life in Cora, My Cup of Tea, Over a Coffee Anthology, Infinite Guardian, The Demon Named Mike. Well, that sounds like a self-insert. Flying Words.
And his beard name, and not to mention his beard named Ben.
Yeah. Will you be adding beard products to your website anytime soon?
No.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
I don't
go.
shave enough in order to make them.
Well,
No, come on.
beard products aren't just for shaving; they're for
grooming,
grooming. There we go.
powdering, highlighting.
I knew there was a word
ribbons.
somewhere. I just couldn't remember what the hell it was.
Come on, that's like a whole book on its own. Mike the beard
Mhm.
groomer. It's just like Mike, his comb, his ribbons, and some coloring shampoo.
Live from Cora 5 is coming, Doris. I'm working on it real hard. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Oh, will there be more plushies this time?
There will be the Utsy plushie at least. If we do really well, then I'm going to add my second plushie, of course.
They seem to be gaining popularity as we go in the.
Yeah, they do.
It's like, oh no, they're bringing back what would they call Beanie Babies? Like they're bringing back Beanie Babies. Next thing we know, 2022. What's the hottest thing? We're gonna call them Pogs. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Because all the challenge coins are getting bigger and heavier. It's like, so we've already got a slammer.
Yeah.
I mean, the last challenge coin I got was from Matt Knowles and Steph Cannon's series, and the challenge coin I have coming from Mavericks is even bigger.
Oh.
Because when Freak Girl kept dropping it during a stream, it sounded like if somebody's foot was underneath there, they might have a broken toe.
I'm looking forward to getting a Mavericks package, man. Oh my god, I saw the box. Holy crap.
I know. I kept making fun of him because he said he can put everybody's box inside his box. I'm like, sounds like you spent too much time in a prison shower, lad.
Nice.
But before we get to Life of 4 or 5, we're going to do this comic first. We're going to.
Yes, this will come out first. So you're looking at fulfilling this in January.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And LOC 5 will start launch phases in February?
No, it's going to launch in January.
It's going to launch in January?
So while this is fulfilling, we're going to launch Life of Cora 5.
And
yeah, so you're going to get them all printed. You're going to pack them up like you did LOC 4, ship them all to RJ over at Critical Blast for the US people, and they'll be on their way, and you'll be pumping the LOC 5 mailing list and getting ready to launch on a channel and go from there.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're I want to get Love and Cora penciled and inked by the end of November. So I'm at 1/3 underway.
And it's my story. This one is my story.
Yeah, it's his story again, just like Love and Cora 3.
You're writing LOC 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I did it. I wrote it a while ago. Actually, it was done quite a while.
I know. I remember at some point Mike saying that he's got like almost like 12 issues, completely written. They just have to be, the art just has to be done.
Pretty much.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, there's at least plans for that.
Yeah. Like there is so much material for me to work on right now. It's incredible. And and not include writing beast.
and of course that doesn't include getting the other 5 issues of this series done to have the whole story completed.
So you're gonna go back and forth between LOC and Radiant. Do you have anything else in the pipe?
I actually have a graphic novel pitch that I'm going to be working on with my writer for Life and Cora 4, Kimberly Kovac, that she's currently working on as well. So that's something for the future as well. But the Radiant site is going to have, I think, a publication every half year. So maybe even once a year, depending on, how finances go. But since Love and Cora is just me pushing out pages and Aristine doing her magic, and me paying out of my own pocket for that anyway. Yeah, like that is supposed to become a bi-monthly series in any case.
Yeah,
And
it can only move as fast as you can draw it.
I could draw faster if it wasn't for my side job.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but you know, the real world gets in the way of comics all the time.
It does. It does.
Yeah, so it's I'm also helping out financially and getting in some ways and getting the Radiant site out there as well. I'm putting in my own money, digging deep into the pocket, and going, "Hey, I'm off. Hey, look, $1. Okay, that'll do."
Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to my life. I've been doing this for 5 years now.
Yeah. Oh, it's joyful, especially when you see the stuff that comes in afterwards. You're going, "Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's worth it.
yeah." So we
It
need
takes
people
time.
to come and support the book. Please come and support the book. Make it happen.
It takes time, it takes effort, it takes money, but it's totally worth it for us, and that's why we're doing it. And we're just gonna keep doing it no matter what, because we're not working for today, we're working for tomorrow.
One day we'll have to do a stream getting people to get behind everything so Martin can buy more movie memorabilia from Tron and Star Wars and everything.
No.
Please help me to be able to buy more.
No, that's why I have a day job as well as Mike. But no, I generally just collect the Tron stuff because it's just so much harder to find than almost anything else out there. When it kind of comes up, it's like, oh, it's a gem. You know, it must be mine. Gimme. So
I haven't encountered a lot of Tron stuff recently.
You have or you haven't?
I have not. The last person I saw that had any Tron stuff, and he doesn't sell anything, is Rylan Grant.
Okay. I mean, what kind of stuff are we talking about?
I just remember seeing some Tron stuff that he had posted in one of his stories, probably like last year or something. But he goes on tirades. But he's a screenwriter in Hollywood, and came to the comic book world a few years ago now, and has been blowing up because every time he brought a new screenplay to somebody, he was, well, is it about a comic book? Because we need those comic book IPs because nothing else sells. Because no, you're just not producing anything else. You're making comic book products and really bad remakes of classic movies and TV shows because you're lazy. So he's been doing that. His recent one, which I had the first issue for, sadly it got mangled in mailing, but it's just a reader copy, is Suicide Jockeys, and he's got like 3 or 4 series that are always going. Like he alternates between Indiegogo and Kickstarter, so he's got like 4 series going constantly.
But this is why I would encourage people to give more Korean dramas a chance. Because there are ones out there that are not romance based. So I've watched a few of them, and they're extremely well made, and they are different than what you will get in the UK or get in the US. But I think that they're worth your time as long as you're fine. You don't mind reading subtitles. You should give it a chance. You should definitely give them a chance because you've got nothing to lose by trying it. Watch Squid Game, as it seems to be the one that everyone's kind of latching onto right now.
Yeah, it is.
I've watched nearly 70 Korean dramas, and there's a ton more out there. And this story of the Radiant site is influenced by them because of the way that the story is told. It's the style of it. So people should definitely give Korean dramas another look or give it a chance if they have not done before. It's something different, and people nowadays need things that are different.
Yeah, like open your minds, allow different things. I know romance comics are not a thing anymore, at least in the Western market. But keep in mind that Kirby started with romance comics. Keep in mind that just because superheroes were pushed down our throats for years, that there is way more out there. Currently, I have a modern fantasy romance that I picked up like only 2 weeks ago, and it's awesome. And what do you have to lose? Give it 5 minutes, see if you like it. You know,
I mean, some of the ideas that they present, I've just never seen in the Western world. One of the better ones I've seen is a romance drama, but it's about a lady who has a condition which turns her into a totally different person once a month for a week before reverting back to her normal self.
huh?
I've
How
never
about you?
heard
Yeah.
of anything like that in
No.
the UK or America. And it was so well done. And just the premise itself is just mind boggling. You just think of the endless possibility that you could do with just that simple premise.
Yeah.
Now,
So
is Squid Game a thing on Netflix?
oh yeah. Yeah. It's been on there for about 2 weeks now, and it's probably the most popular watched thing in the world, I would guess.
Yeah.
Streaming
It's exploding.
wise.
I, of course, have not seen it because I refuse to give Netflix any of my money. But I did find a trailer for it.
Mm.
Well, what you got to keep in mind as well is that, like, just because you're not used to something doesn't mean it's bad. And a lot of people forget that. Like, they will pass on it just because it's not something they expect. They don't expect a manga style to be shown on Indiegogo. They don't expect it to be an actual romance. And I'm afraid like this would probably do better on Kickstarter. So we're gonna do a Kickstarter as well, of course. But yeah, the kind of setting that Martin made is pretty classic. But on the other hand, with the way that he's building the story, and I've read most of the script. I at least edited one. I'm not sure if I did 2, 3, or through 6, but there's a lot going here, and Martin is a quality writer. You've seen it in Love of Cora 3. You're gonna see it again in Love of Cora 5, and he just jumps between between genres like it's nothing, and it's incredible, honestly. And he writes like a madman, and what comes out is awesome. I'm really glad I got him on board.
I mean, what was I doing today? Today I submitted a Lego revision, and Mike, you remember that webtoon that I showed you the concept art for recently? Yeah. Well, I was planning out some more stories of that, and I'm now up to 62 chapters planned.
Nice.
For that, and that's going to stop at 100. That's going to finish the story, and there's already an ending planned for that. But
nice.
getting to the 62 today was a bit of a milestone because there was a particular plot element that was kind of brewing in the back of my mind for a long time. And I wasn't quite sure when I was going to get to it, and then finally that moment, it got to it today, and it was like, oh, okay, I've rolled, and I've got a strike. It's finally down on paper, so it's not brewing in the back of my head anymore. But now I'm thinking, okay, now I've got to get to that ending. Now I've got to figure out the rest of that.
Yeah.
Before
I can relate.
Because I've got 2 scripts written as well, but then obviously there's all the other ones that have still got to come for it as well, and there's more art to do.
Yeah.
But can't wait to show that to people when there's actually some stuff to show.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Did you find an artist yet, or?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
sweet.
yeah. It's just there's a lot of planning, and also I might want to translate it into a couple of languages as well and put it out there a bit more.
Yeah. See, he's a writing beast.
Planning and execution, the two biggest things.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you've got a long story in mind, it certainly helps to kind of plan as much of it ahead of time as possible, so you can make all the links in the story and make the whole thing
Oh
come
yeah.
full circle when you end it. Which is exactly what I did on this thing. You know, it's
Yeah.
structured very deliberately the way it is, so that certain things kind of flash back and come forward, and everything links together and makes sense by the time you read at the end of issue 6.
Yeah, you gotta plot out your beginning, middle, and end game so you can fill in all
Oh
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pieces.
yeah. I mean, to me, it works better that way because then when you are writing the script, you can refer back to stuff and you can drop in lines and drop in hints, and you can have characters throw in lines back at another character who may have told them about it right at the start of the story, and that's just how you get the characters to work.
And what you got to keep in mind as well, like if you want to make a longer set story, be able to do smaller things as well. Like Martin is perfectly able to do a 32-page story for Love and Cora, but I've seen his even shorter stuff for the Lego magazines. And as as a beginning writer, I highly suggest you start smaller and smaller and smaller. Be able to
Mm.
create a beginning, middle, end first before you move on to the magnum opus, because it's doesn't matter what kind of thing you're doing with it, whether it's a webtoon or a graphic novel or a series, a comic series. You gotta have your everything set out, and you can fiddle in the middle, but the beginning and ending should be coherent, and from that the middle should flow, not the other way around.
Yeah,
It helps to
even
it
doing
helps to
short
really think.
stories that I've been working on, it's the same way, and trying to figure out page count and everything else is
Yeah.
just you know
Yeah, you always got to bear in mind just how many pages you have to work with, and that also helps in planning the
Yes.
story. Definitely helps to know what you have and what your limitations are, and then kind of think, oh, what can I fit into this?
Dare to limit yourself. You're most creative when you're limited.
I mean, when I started writing comic stuff, I started out with 10-page stories.
Yeah.
Because you got to start from a point, and I started just getting short stories published in anthologies because you just want to
Yeah.
get that stuff out there, and it does help to limit yourself and then build yourself up and just get going that way.
yep, baby steps,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, unless
which
you
is
you
all
know
I'm capable of making, and I have to use a walker for that. But you
doesn't
know,
matter. Doesn't matter.
Well,
Every little step eventually makes a big one.
hmm
that's why Life in Coral 1 was 22 pages as well, because I had to go up a step. I had never created a comic before. So, yeah, like I had to finish it and be able to move on and be like, okay, and now I can take on bigger things because I know what the smaller one felt like.
yep, it's not an easy road, but you're doing it quite well, sir.
Well,
Sirs.
you learn things
We're
as you
trying.
go. Yeah,
We're
you
definitely
know,
trying, and we hopefully will succeed.
and what you got to keep in mind too is that nobody knows what they're doing, so you might as well not know what you're doing as well. Just stumble
Oh, kind
ahead.
kind of like on prom night.
Yeah, exactly. Stumble ahead, way too many beers, and enjoy yourself doing it.
Yeah,
Just get
just don't
going.
fall in. Yeah, just don't fall in the punch and break dance
Yeah.
stupidly and get it caught on camera. Then you'll be fine.
hmm Don't invite some angry girl named Christine to the party.
Ah.
Hey,
Damn it, Christine. Oh my gosh.
just don't hurt us, please.
Please. So we have 15 days left. Then you're planning on extending,
Yes.
and then you're going to follow up with a Kickstarter as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a Kickstarter. I think it would do a lot better there. I still would like to make this goal of $1,387 or 1,200 euros, because then we can go indie mount, and yeah, that would help us a lot. And either way, we're just going to make this comic happen. And if it doesn't make it, then well, you'll see us in issue 2. And we'll show you that we're serious about what we're doing. As is she. Hello, Shelby.
Give us money or the cat gets it.
And by gets it, he means
Our comics.
food.
Oh no! Well, food is
Yeah,
a man
she's gonna get
speaking.
food.
Yes.
Hello,
She's
big
like,
chemical. It's like, you pet me once, shame on me. You pet me twice, shame on you.
You pick me up.
You
Shame on
pet me 3
everyone.
times and I'll shite on you.
Oh no. Cats
Even
don't
worse.
shit on people. Dogs are more likely to. But
1
yeah,
second.
guys,
Guys
please
and
share the
gals.
link. We really want to make this happen. And this is just our first venture into making this a thing, and making Fairies and Ants an actual publishing house. This is just a stepping stone to getting even more stuff out. Because I want to expand.
And on this day of all days, we are like Columbus discovering the new world.
Or a magical dress in this case.
So please check this out. The link is in the chat in seconds, and it is also in the show notes, either up above or down below, depending on where you are watching us. And please consider backing this project with this beautiful artwork. If even if it's something you're not into, even if you tried to watch Squid Game and you're like, yeah, not my thing, buy it for the art, damn it.
And let's be honest, just because one of them wasn't your thing, there's still more to be found.
Oh yeah, there's lots more. But right now we're gonna cut these guys loose. I actually have to do something. My daughter is getting ready to leave, so I just have to say goodbye and everything. So
yeah, I gotta head off to bed.
Yeah, it's late over there. We're gonna head off this episode. Please back the Radiant Site issue 1 on Indiegogo today.
You know you
Stay
want
awesome, lovelies. See you
Gentlemen,
next time.
thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time.
Anytime, Will. You are awesome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.